Superman to the rescue with a little help from an opportunistic defense. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. Here on a cold, crisp December afternoon, the Bengals win the 103rd meeting with the Cleveland Browns. 24-6. They keep their slim playoff hopes alive. They're now 7-8. Bengals, lo and behold, have a 3-game winning streak for the first time this season. Now they get ready on a shorter week this Saturday afternoon to take on the Denver Broncos in a do-or-die game for the Bengals. If they beat the Broncos, they keep their playoff hopes alive. If they lose, they are out. And it's pretty much that simple. Here on Sunday afternoon, things didn't start out great for the Bengals. They allowed the Cleveland Browns to rip off a 66-yard run from Jerome Ford, filling in for Nick Chubb. That was on the first play from scrimmage. Eventually, the Browns got down to the Bengals' 1-yard line. Somebody needed to step up on defense, and that person was Vonn Bell. Just like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago to the day, Christmas Eve in New England. Remember that game? Late in the game, Vonn Bell punched the ball loose from Ramondre Stevenson, and the Bengals held on for a 22-18 win at Gillette Stadium. Well, here it was the first drive of the game, so certainly a lot of football left to be played, but you got the feeling if the Browns went in and made it 7-0, this could be a very long afternoon for the Bengals. Even Zach Taylor made reference to that after the game, but Vonn Bell came in, punched the ball loose from Deontay Foreman at the 1-yard line. Bell not only forced the fumble, he recovered the fumble, and then Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals offense went to work. 8 plays, 99 yards. Can't have a longer drive in football than the 99-yard drive the Bengals put together to get on the board. And wouldn't you know, the first touchdown of the play created one of the iconic moments of the season, certainly in the mind of the gentleman who caught the ball, T. Higgins. He caught the 4-yard touchdown pass from Joe Burrow as Joe Burrow was face planting, falling to the ground. He got the ball off just in time, right before he hit the turf. It would have been a good pass anyway because he was tripped by his own teammate. But as he was falling to the ground, he found T. Higgins in the end zone. After the game, T. Higgins said, "F Batman, I'm going to call the MFer Superman from now on. His name is effing Superman. That's what I'm calling him." So obviously Joe Burrow had to put together another great day, and he did. He had 3 touchdown passes, one to T. Higgins, one to Andre Yosivas to make it 14-0, and then one late in the game to Jamar Chase on a whiskey route that Jamar Chase said he wasn't even supposed to be in the game for, but Troy Walters, the wide receiver coach, said, you may want to go back in for this route, and sure enough, Joe Burrow on a cadence, drawing the defense offside, threw a free play down the field and connected with Jamar Chase for the touchdown. In this game, Joe Burrow with 252 yards passing, the 3 touchdowns. He passes Lamar Jackson. He now has 39 touchdown passes on the day, 2 more than the Baltimore Ravens quarterback. And certainly a great day for Joe Burrow. He did turn the ball over once late in the game, but how about another terrific player, this one in special teams, Cade York, tying the record of Evan McPherson from 2022 with a 59-yard field goal at the halftime gun. That 3 points were pretty important at the time because it gave the Bengals a 3-score lead, a feeling of some comfort going into halftime knowing they had an inferior team down 17 points at the break. Bengals did not come out and play very well in the third quarter, but they got the job done, and certainly they needed some momentum going into that second half, and for once they had a comfortable halftime lead. Also, Jamar Chase, he set some personal goals and personal records in this game. He managed to break his own 2021 receiving yards record. It was 1455. He needed only 33 yards to break that record. He had 95 yards on the afternoon, going over 1,500 yards for the season on that touchdown grab late in the fourth quarter. That was one of the sticky notes that he finally accomplished. He said after the game, did Jamar Chase, he had not accomplished any of those formal sticky notes that he puts together in the offseason until today when he went over the 1,500-yard mark, and with the touchdown, he also now has 16 touchdown catches on the season, and that is one shy of the team record. He has still a little ways to go, 4 catches to reach TJ Hushmanzada for the single season record of 112 set back in 2007. But after the game, Mike Hilton told me, in terms of the defense forcing 2 interceptions from the Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the quarterback of the Browns, in terms of the 2 interceptions and the forced fumble, he said, did Hilton, that Lou Anarumo has simplified the defense play calling, meaning there is not as much confusion over the last 3 games, and you're seeing it in terms of the way the confidence is coming out in the Bengals defense. Bengals are playing a lot faster. They're not thinking as much. They're reading and reacting, which is a good thing, which is leading to some of these forced turnovers. And certainly in the last couple of games, last 2 games, it's been a big reason the Bengals have come out on top. There was also a little bit of a controversy in this game between Amarius Mims and offensive line coach Frank Pollock. I asked Zach Taylor about it after the game. He said, "That's football. We're good. Not a big deal." Yes, they had a little tete-a-tete on the sideline that TV cameras and the TV broadcast captured, but it's not a big deal. Everybody's moving forward past it. But Amarius Mims did come out of this game with a dinged-up left ankle. T. Higgins also injured his ankle, but he told us after the game he'll get a lot of treatment this week. He expects to be ready for this Saturday afternoon against the Denver Broncos. Bengals come out on top in a game they absolutely positively had to win. Score was 24-6 in this contest. Bengals create 3 more turnovers, and that was a big reason they were able to come out with their 7th win of the year. They're now 7-8 on the season, and they get ready for the 9-win Denver Broncos coming to town on Saturday afternoon. We've got you covered on the X, at Trags, Trags, CLNS Cincy with a Y.com, and Skinny and I will have the Jungle Roar Skinny Bengals postgame pod coming up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@JungleRoarPod. The final again, the Bengals 24 and the Browns 6. Inside Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.